Welcome to the deep dive. This week, we've really dug into 5 key travel distribution stories. These were picked by the experts, the ones who really understand what keeps hoteliers like you awake at night. And the big theme seems to be how travelers, well, they're treating points and status almost like financial tools now. Our job today, simple. Cut through all the noise, find the stuff you can actually use, focusing on how loyalty and tech are shaking things up for how you get and keep your guests.
Exactly. We're not just skimming headlines. We want to get to the why. The data is showing status. Yeah, it's becoming this primary currency for travelers. But, and this is the interesting part, at the same time, there are these massive sticking points, these friction points costing the industry just billions. We need to connect those dots for you.
Okay, let's start with that new traveler profile. Story 1, the Amex survey. International travel. Definitely roaring back. We're seeing 77% planning the same or even more trips next year. But here's what caught my eye. 82% of millennials and Gen Z, they're after authentic shopping, unique stuff. And get this, 57% pick their whole destination based on finding those unique local things. Oh, and multi-generational travel is surging too, Season. 58% of younger parents traveling with the whole family, grandparents included.
And what's really fascinating is how that desire for, unique stuff ties directly into cold, hard financial planning. 61% are actively maximizing credit card rewards. And like you said, 45% choose where to go based on optimizing points. That's a calculation level we just didn't see, say, 5 years back. Plus, 43% will actually delay booking. They wait until they hit certain point levels. Hotels have got to understand the strategic play.
Right, and you see Hyatt and Chase doubling down on that exact traveler. They've expanded their partnership big time. They're projecting, 105 million extra in EBITDA by 2027. That's their main profit measure. They're essentially just giving away status. Top Chase Sapphire Reserve cardholders, boom, instant World of Hyatt Explorist status. That used to take 30 nights. It just shows how seriously they're taking this trend. And remember, World of Hyatt's been growing like crazy, 30% year on year since 2017. That puts pressure on everyone else. Status really is the new currency.
Okay, but if status is currency, why is the exchange rate so, rubbish sometimes? This brings us to the huge inefficiency problem. Story 2. Nearly half of all loyalty points, never redeemed. That figure, it represents 95 billion pounds annually, just in the UK loyalty market. That's a shocking amount of waste.
And why? It seems to come down to friction and, frankly, impatience. For 28%, the rules are just too complicated. And for 43%, rewards take way too long to earn. And that 77% figure, people ditching programs faster now than 3 years ago, that's pretty scary, isn't it? It shows customers will absolutely book elsewhere if it's easier or cheaper, loyalty program or not.
Simplicity is key. That 77% figure, yeah, it's terrifying. It shows zero tolerance for complexity these days.
Yeah.
Which is why the programs that are working, like that Flying Blue partnership with Rocket Travel, they focus on clarity, on practical value. They got a 200% jump in bookings and like 4 repeat bookings per member. Why? Because redeeming was easy and actually felt worthwhile.
So consumers want simplicity in points. And it sounds like corporate clients want simplicity in just getting stuff done. Let's look at the operational side. Story 4. Travel Perk rebranding to Perk. They're tackling shadow work. All those hidden admin tasks like expenses, booking trips that just drain time and focus. This corporate drag. It's costing UK businesses another massive 95 billion pounds a year. Employees lose something like 9 hours a week on this stuff, and every task switch costs about 12 minutes of focus.
Ouch. And Perk's solution is, technology, deep digital integration. Their AI platform automates supposedly 2/3 of those tasks. It pulls travel and spend management together seamlessly. For any hotel dealing with corporate clients, this kind of integrated system, it's rapidly becoming the baseline expectation.
And that same demand for everything in one place, digitally. It's huge on the consumer side, too. Story 5, the big IATA survey, International Air Transport Association, that is, found 78% of travelers want one app on their phone. Wallet, passport, loyalty cards, all together. Digital wallet use is up 20% to 28%. Biometrics are at 50% adoption, and people seem happy with it, 85% satisfaction.
Yeah, and connecting this back, the demand for smooth digital processes is definitely global. But there are regional differences, right?
Yeah.
Asia Pacific seems to be leading the way, really embracing digital. Europe, on the other hand, still a bit more cautious, especially about sharing data.
So, wrapping this up for you,
Right.
What's the bottom line? It feels like the industry is being pulled two ways. You've got this super savvy traveler gaming complex rewards systems, and then you've got this colossal 95 billion pile of unused value and friction that pushes people away. The path forward seems to be about cutting that friction ruthlessly while somehow making status feel valuable again.
And maybe the final thought to leave you with, Consider Hyatt and Chase. They're investing huge amounts just to give status away as a credit card perk. So what actually happens to loyalty, the kind you earn with nights or spending, when status just becomes, well, something you can buy with your card choice? What does that really mean for the value proposition of every loyalty program out there? Something to think about.